Throughout the week, you've been clamoring. You've been hitting send. You're sending all these questions. We can only take a couple, but you do get to be a part of the show at AskJoe@YesNetwork.com, Facebook, Twitter. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. This is from, let's see, DP57. School is starting soon in the New York area. Do you have any back-to-school rituals with your kids?
No, but I know they don't like to go back to school. That's the ritual. You know, the biggest thing is you have to start to get them back on a schedule, you know, because they stay up later in the summer and they sleep in a little bit, and you have to get them back on the schedule. But it's always a tough time of year.
All right, this is from Gorgeous Steven. Can you ever go out to eat with your family without fans asking for autographs?
Yeah, I do it all the time. I'm a creature of habit, so a lot of times I'll go to the same place, and people are used to seeing me, and they just allow me to enjoy my family.
All right, and this is from Dan Borello. Joe, it's a two-parter. How do you play a simulated game?
I don't know. We've had a lot of them this year. I ought to be an expert.
Should have televised them.
Basically, what you do is you have a live pitcher throwing to your hitters, you know, and you get a couple of guys, and they'll get at bats, and they'll run the bases. There's really no fielders in the field. And then the pitcher will sit down. He'll maybe throw 15 to 20 pitches, and let's say you have two hitters. They'll each get like 2 at-bats. And then you'll hit them situations. So if they're infielders, you'll hit them ground balls. You know, they have to turn 1, you know, get 1, turn 2, maybe a play at the plate. And then the pitcher will go back out, take his warm-ups, and they'll get 2 more at-bats. And you get them 6 or 8 at-bats, and you move on.
But truthfully, and we saw this with Derek, there's no way to simulate the burst that you're going to have in a game when you smell a hit.
Right. I agree, because I think everything you do in a simulated game is controlled, in a sense. Because in your mind, you're saying, okay, I'm getting my bats, I got to do this, I got to do that, but I'm not going to do anything silly. And you get in the game, and that competitive nature comes out, and then the bursts take place, and a lot of times that's when guys get hurt.
All right, the second part of the question, is there an art or a technique to arguing with an umpire?
Well, you usually don't say you, because that gets you thrown out. That's probably the biggest suggestion I can make. But sometimes you're going to plead your case. Sometimes, you know, you're absolutely sure that you're right, and you're going to fight for your players. A lot of times, it's to protect your players, too. You run out there to protect your players, and they want to know that you have their back.